Misfits, and welcome to the Misfit Adventurers podcast, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast where our group of friends sit around and play one of our favorite games set in our own homebrew setting of Aurelia. I am the Dungeon Master, Amanda, and I hope that you will join us and enjoy the story we have to offer. Hello, my name is Mortimer Maxwell Carter. How can I be below it?
Like yo ho ho.
Oh my god.
To a fucking game. Love y'all.
Okay, set the scene. Okay, so the last time we were all together, the party found themselves face-to-face with this mysterious, lonely island that they had seen before. They decided to do a little bit of sort of exploration. They sailed partway around the island to get sort of a look at things, and most notably they found a structure that looked a bit ominous. They took a dinghy, a rowboat, to shore to go investigate the structure while leaving their crew on the ship and telling them to kind of keep out of sight. And they started exploring. They found some enemies very similar to the ones that they first fought when they washed ashore on this island, probably a little over a month ago now, if not more, and fought those guys, went into sort of a inner temple area, fought and just completely owned this horror, this sort of eye-covered, multi-limbed monstrosity, and they finally sort of pieced together some bits and pieces of the mysterious language they've seen on their coins, as well as throughout this structure. And basically they found out that a being known as Cthulhu, or called Cthulhu, this structure seems to be in dedication to that individual. And y'all picked up some treasure, a horn and a sword, found some weird clay figurines inside some artifacts very similar to the one that Revan has in his possession. Questioned Revan about his artifact a little bit. Some dodgy answers there. And the last thing that happened is you guys entered a room, big round room, filled with water, like 8 feet deep in some places, and you spotted sort of a mass of tentacles sort of disappear behind a column. What are you doing?
I guess, I don't know. The only thing I can think of is like to proceed slowly or something. I don't think I have any spells that would actually aid us in this sort of thing. Not really.
What about the rest of you guys? What do you think?
I don't know.
I'm about to start singing the Jeopardy theme song, so
What direction was it heading?
It disappeared behind one of the numerous columns that are in the room, so
which one?
It probably knows that we're in here, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Which
sure I heard
one?
the doors.
We'll say it disappeared behind
Okay. Okay.
this column.
Okay. Benji, did you have an idea? You seem like you're about to say something, but I didn't want to interrupt anybody.
No, I'm thinking. Unfortunately, I don't have detect magic.
I have detect magic, but and I think Revan has detect magic as well.
I do.
I don't have much unless we just want to fight this piece of shit.
I mean, I could use Mage Hand and like toss a rock over somewhere else and try to make it think we're
As
somewhere
y'all are
else.
deliberating, can I get Chi and Orlana? You're right at the door. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, beautiful. Perception.
Oh, nat 20.
Okay, that's great because I had a 23. I had a nat 19. So.
Orlana, you notice another set of massive tentacles on the opposite side of the room, and a couple more. And you think that there's probably about 4 beings in total. They look very much like unnaturally large octopi.
I'm going to whisper that to those around me.
Great. Whoever she doesn't, do you whisper to everybody or just the ones around you?
Well, I mean everybody. I mean,
Okay.
I'll whisper loud enough for everybody to hear.
Cool beans. I'm all for fighting because I don't think we want. I don't think we want these things in the world, right? I think that's kind of.
I think that's our only option at this point. I think
yeah, I'd say they're abominable enough to be smited, you know?
True.
Do we want to get some kind of surprise? No, they probably know we're in here, though.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Okay, let's just go in and fuck them up, I guess.
All right.
Yeah, they definitely, as y'all are sort of deciding this plan, they do seem to take notice of you.
God.
Why don't we go ahead and roll initiative? I'm going to want you guys to be, like, probably no further back than, like, these first, like, 2 squares behind this door. If you want to put yourselves right in the room, that's fine as well.
Gotcha. Okay.
But be, like, no further back than Hoots. No further forward than the first pair of columns in the room, if that makes sense.
Crystal clear. All right.
Perf. And let me change the music.
Thank God.
And I bet I need to...
Nice, Benji.
We're gonna use this dice.
Feels good after rolling shit on initiative all last session.
Well.
Oh god, that was awful.
Oh. Okay. Well.
Let's do... You're fucking kidding me.
Yes! Yes!
Jesus Christ.
So we're here.
You're mean. I don't like you. Okay. Theron.
15.
Huh?
15.
15. Sorry, missed the first part. Revan.
23.
23. Darren.
18.
18. Chi.
14.
14. Orlana.
9.
9. Hoots.
15.
15. Perfect. And I got a 3. We love it. We love to see it. Hang on. Let me adjust our...
13, not 14. You forgot to ask me.
Oh. What'd you get?
13.
13. I guess I just accidentally went to the next blue person. Sorry. It was unintentionally done. Okay, hang on. The top should be Revan? Yes.
Oh shit.
Hang on. Let me make our little video things smaller so I can see what is happening. All right. Top of the round is Revan. So, what are you doing?
Yeah. I am gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself at 2nd level.
Mm-hmm.
And get back 12 hit points. And then I guess I'll move a little bit into the room.
Sure.
And then...
And I should point out that, like, this is all difficult terrain, so you get half movement because you're in 8 feet of water.
Ooh.
8 feet?
It's deep.
Holy.
It is deep.
Okay.
We're swimming, boys.
You're swimming.
I'm just walking along the bottom.
Unless you have some racial trait that, yeah.
Right.
So that's probably just
that would be Isla.
Or Alana.
And or Alana.
But everybody else, you have half movement.
Okay.
Okay, so sorry, Revan. Continue.
All good. I think that is going to be it for my turn.
All right, I got you. Doreen the Mean.
All right. I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers on this one, so I need a Wisdom saving throw.
All right. It's a natural 1. I'm about to have to switch dice. They're so pretty, though. I'm so sad.
That was a shit roll. So it's 11 points of psychic damage. That's not actually. It's not that shit. It's just
really
a little
not.
bit below average, but
It's really not. All right. Anything else?
I think. Let me see. I think that's it.
All right.
I think Pancake's just gonna hop into my backpack.
Swimming around. Poor little pancake. Hoots.
Now, Amanda, is it this room that's in water, or is this currently
there is water in the room that you're in. The room you're in slopes down towards the towards the other one. So
is there any way I can get airborne, or is there
yeah, you can. You might have to actually that center door should be pretty dang tall. So yeah, you can fly over the water.
Okay, great. Then I'll go ahead, take flight, and move my full distance, which is going to be 40 feet.
Okay.
15, 20. Oh, there's yeah, I'm gonna start in flight. I'm actually just gonna stay right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna throw my spear at this octopus to the right.
Sure.
That's gonna be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, definitely.
And then that'll be 10 piercing damage.
All right.
And then that will be my turn.
Cool. Sorry, I'll put that on the correct one. Awesome. And I'll remind you guys, this platform in the center, that one, I think at the top of that platform is 5 feet deep. So it's a little less deep, but it's still difficult terrain. All right. Theron.
Okay. I'm gonna scoot up just a teeny tiny bit, and kind of peek my head around the door, and I'm gonna aim a chaos bolt at that one.
All right. Straight roll. Unless you're trying to bonus action hide first.
No. That's a 15.
15 hits.
Yay. Let me get my other D8 out of here. Okay. That is 11, 12 damage, and we're gonna make that C8 and 3. Let's do thunder damage.
Thunder, thunder, thunder.
Thunder.
Thundercats. Oh. Does that complete your turn?
Bonus action, I'm gonna convert some sorcery points into a spell slot. Then I'm done.
Alrighty. Chi!
Okay, so I am going to chuck a sacred flame at this stupid asshole.
Wee.
Make a dex save.
Alright. Last chance, space dice. Last chance. Hahaha. Nat 20.
Damn. I knew it was going to happen on my turn, that it was going to
When in doubt, threaten your dice.
I mean, I don't know. That's, okay. That's fine. Well...
They can hear you. They have souls.
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
That's your turn. All right. Isla.
Okay, I am going to do my whole steady aim thing. So using my bonus action, I'm going to hunker down and aim my short bow at, we'll say this one.
Okay.
And I am going to fire. Let's try a different dice. Ah, good. 26 to hit.
Yes, absolutely.
1, 2, 3. Oh, that's all twos. Amazing. So 6 plus 5 is 11 points of piercing damage from me.
11.
And that is my turn. I cannot move as a consequence of using my steady aim.
Understood. Orlana.
Okay.
Hear me.
I'm gonna go for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll try and use my short bow for that one.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a nat 19.
Yeah. Y'all have all rolled really well to hit.
Yeah. Thank goodness. D6. Oh, nice. Max damage. That's 10 points of piercing damage.
Awesome. Which one were you hitting again?
I was about to point with my finger. That one!
Awesome. Very nice. Does that conclude your turn?
I would like to try and hide.
Alright. Make a stealth check. And where do you want to try to hide? Like maybe behind the column right here?
I'll try and hide behind there. It's a 16.
A 16. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
You feel decently hidden.
Okay.
Alright. My turn. Hoots, how high off the water surface are you flying? You probably...
I'd say at least 20 feet high.
20 feet, because I think... Hang on, let me double check, because this is the lower portion of a room that y'all were in before. And I think that you only have 15 feet of clearance before you hit. Well, yeah, because you're. So there's surface of the water, and then at the top, and then there's about 15 feet, and then there's another floor up there.
Okay.
So.
I'll probably around 12 then. 12 feet. I think that's not hitting the top.
I got you.
Just right.
Just right. Well. I love you, man, but my reach is 15 feet. So
damn, it looks like it's by design.
Well, okay, man. It's a flooded temple. It's not gonna have the highest of 50 feet. Ceiling is still pretty crazy. I'm gonna go for you. I'm gonna try. With this dude. All right. You rolled well last time, buddy. Do it again.
Oh no.
I got a nat 20 again.
Oh no.
So that is a 25 to hit. And I
Great.
will roll my die. That is 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouchies.
I need you to make a Oh, wait. No, you're grappled, man. Sorry, you don't get a save.
Okay.
You're grappled. So you are restrained, but you can try to escape it on your next turn.
Okay, perfect.
So that's his turn. Let's see. What is my movement? Swim. Ooh, nice. Let's see. You guys are kind of all over there, aren't you? This guy's gonna slink through. Let's see. 5, 10. I've got a lot of distance. So I'm gonna go on right over here and go for Revan. Alright, space dice.
Please take
I didn't
me
even
down.
see the third one.
Third one. Oh, buddy. That is
There's 4.
15 plus. That's a dirty 20 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
and that will be 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Does it make a difference if I'm walking along, like, the floor under the water?
No.
Okay.
You
said
and
8?
You are grappled as well.
Okay.
And let's see. This guy is gonna come out. And he's going to. Hang on. Let me decide what color I should do. Let's do radius. Yeah. Okay. We'll do. All right. So you watch this one octopus come out and starts inking all over the place, and it makes this area pretty difficult to see. So heavily obscures that area. So that is all there. And hang on. So that's what that does.
So the water is just...
That water is real inky. It's really hard to see. You can definitely see the tentacles reaching out of the surface to grab Hoots, but everything else in that area is heavily obscured. So if you guys try to hit them, it's probably going to be pretty difficult. So it basically, a creature in that area is kind of under the blinded condition. And we'll do rolls at disadvantage to try and hit things that are inside them.
Okay.
All right. Revan.
So, do I need to make some kind of check to become ungrappled?
If you want to break the grapple, you are going to need either it's a strength or is it a dex check, I think, or is it just strength to break the grapple? Hang on. I can't remember. Grappled. Do-do. Can't benefit. It's a strength check. How to break grapple. It's been a while. You can do a athletics or an acrobatics check. Sorry.
Okay, well, it's a 14.
A 14. You do not break the grapple, my friend.
Okay.
So that took an action to do that.
Okay.
But you still have a bonus action.
Yeah, bonus action. I don't know if there is anything I can try and do here. I'm guessing I can't move if I'm grappled.
No.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's the end of my turn then.
All right. Darren.
Okay. So I'm gonna try not to hit Hoots with this. But the wall has other plans. Okay, basically a little bit to the right of the...
I got you. I got you.
I can't move it because the walls, but
I understand.
I am going to cast Shatter at 3rd level. So I need some Constitution saves.
Some Constitution saves. Great.
Yup.
All right, the one holding Revan got a 17.
Okay.
The one holding Hoots got a 14.
So the 17 saves, the 14 fails. So that was actually a garbage roll. So the one that failed is going to be taking 13 points of thunder damage. The one that saved will be 6. And then bonus action, I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Hoots.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right.
And I'm going to kind of scoot. No, I'm not going to scoot back a little bit. I'm just going to stay right there.
Cool. Gonna get rid of Shatter. All right. Hoots.
Great. Let's go ahead and see if I can get ungrappled.
Mm-hmm.
13. Is that going to be strength?
Strength or dex. It's athletics or acrobatics.
Great. That'll be 18 dex save.
You successfully break the grapple and burst
Perfect.
free.
With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn on to this back right octopus. I'm going to just get out of this mess. And Revan is still grappled by this guy?
Yes. I'm going to take an attack of opportunity while you do that. That is a 14 to hit.
Ooh, perfect. Just misses. And then, can I make an attack on this Mr. Octopus?
You use your action to break the grapple, so...
My attempt is to assist Revan ungrappling. Is there an action or a bonus action, or...?
Well, the help action is an action.
If not, I can just do an unarmed strike as a bonus action, so...
Yeah, I think, because I believe that would be a full action, So I think you're only left with a bonus action.
Okay. I'll just go ahead and expend a key point to do a flurry of blows, so there'll be 2 unarmed strikes.
Go for it.
First one is a 25 to hit.
Absolutely.
And then a 23.
Both hit.
So that'll be 8 bludgeoning for the first, then 6 bludgeoning.
Oof.
And that'll be my turn.
He's looking pretty hurt, guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, Theron.
Okay, I'm gonna enter the room a little bit more so I can see better. And love that music change as I entered. I'm gonna go for.
Totally planned that. That's absolutely how that works.
I'm gonna use chill touch.
Chill touch.
Yes. That is probably not going to hit. That's a 12.
A 12 just hits.
Oh yay!
Actually, a little more than just, but yeah, it hits. They have a low AC.
Hooray! That is 7 damage. That's my card.
7.
Yes.
He's hanging on.
Okay. Anything else I want to do? I don't think so at this point.
Right. Gee.
Okay. How is Hoots looking? I have to ask.
You're muted.
I'm definitely a little beat up.
Okay, that's cool. You're still airborne, correct?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so then, okay. So what I'm gonna do is, I'll just do another, or actually, I will do on that.
Mm-hmm.
Poo-poo head. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead.
And that is, I believe, a con save. Let me scroll. Yes. No, I'm sorry. Wisdom. Yeah.
That is. Yeah, that is an 8.
Perfect. Okay. So that is going to be
setting
1. And we'll do this one. Okay. It hears the sound of a Dolores bell. Great, awesome. And that is going to be. Wait, no, I rolled the wrong thing. It's already missing HP. I rolled the wrong thing. I rolled D8s, and you're supposed to roll D12s for.
I see.
Let me.
Here's a bell. Is that the deal?
Yes. Woo! Period! Okay.
Bell tolls, baby.
Alright, that's never gonna happen again, guys. So hope you enjoyed it.
Okay, so it takes 18 necrotic damage.
Ooh, that boy is dead.
Oh. Indeed, the dead has been told. What's something crackheady I can say? Your moon has waned. I'm gonna for my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Healing Word.
Oh my god.
On Hoots. It's gonna be first level. Because that's kind of all I have left. Yeah.
Very nice.
Healing Word. Right, and that is, I don't even need to look it up, it has it right here, I think. Nope, no, I do have to look it up indeed. Great. Okay, I believe that is a...
I know, it's so... We're low tech.
Yeah.
It's a struggle.
Yes, I know, well, I know I have to roll at least the die, it's just the mod I'm having to remember, because I believe it is the level of the spell. And then my wisdom mod, because Disciple of Life. Right. Disciple of Life, yes.
I keep wanting to start singing the Circle of Life when you say that.
Damn it. Okay. God. So, well, no, wait, hang on. So 2 plus the spell's level. So 2 plus 1, that's 3, and then plus my wisdom, which is 4, that is 7. The mod is 7. Yes, I'm remembering now correctly. It's the first level. So 1 plus 7, that's 8. You get 8 HP.
Woo.
I'm sorry.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Yeah, that is my turn.
Wunderbar. Isla.
Okay. So, I can't see any of them
Nah.
anymore.
It's dark. And there is a black ink cloud.
Okay. I fired at the one that was over here. So I'm gonna fire and just see if he's still there.
Okay. Sure. Roll at disadvantage.
I will use my steady aim.
So it's a straight roll.
To make it a straight roll. 26 again. I rolled another 16. To hit.
You hear your attack hit.
Oh, heck yeah. Okay.
Period.
Much better roll that time. 11 plus 2 is 13, plus 5 is 18 points of piercing damage.
All right.
Against something.
So 18 points. You yeah, he dies. I'm gonna reveal his token, but he is dead.
Heck yeah. Wow. Got lucky.
Right.
And that's my turn.
Orlana.
Okay. I mean, I can't see anything because of the ink, but I also can't see anything because I'm hidden.
You can pop out to attack. Like, you'd still get your sneak on the attack. Just the attack itself reveals yourself. So if you pop out and try to attack, then it would just be a straight roll instead of like a disadvantage. You'd just be sort of guessing at where you know they've been before or something like that.
I don't even know if she would. I don't even know. Are they all on the? I don't even.
I would say the last one that you probably would have like guessed at where it was would be the one that had Hoots in its grasp.
Yeah.
And
it's now dead.
Because I don't know if like. Yeah, I don't know if you'd know where the other one is.
I don't think I'd know where the other one is. I don't know.
No, the one that got Hoots was here, right? It was like here somewhere. It wasn't the same one that I just attacked.
Correct.
Yeah, it was right here. Mm-hmm.
Well, she'll just try.
I think I got my octopi mixed up. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay. Well, she'll try. So No, she's not going to try. She's not. She's not going to.
Swing and a miss. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Does that complete your turn, or do you do something else?
I'll re-roll to hide.
Just hide. Yeah. Okay.
It's a 17.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Let's. I'm going to. Yeah. I'm gonna go for Theron and try to attack. So Theron, you watch as tentacles reach out from this dark ink cloud in front of you.
Oh, good.
And that is, hang on. That's bad. That's better. That is an 18 to hit.
Yep.
Yep. And that will be 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
And you are grappled.
Cool. I'm just below half, and also, yay.
Okay.
Now it's time for my other boy to... That's not what I want to do. I don't want to grab that. Oh, sorry. Hang on. I'm accidentally grabbing things that I don't want to grab. Jeez, what should I try to do? You know what? I think... Yeah, I think I'm gonna... There's not a good... There's not a good way to get to... Okay. This guy is gonna, he's gonna come out of the ink cloud. I'm gonna make him visible. And I'm also gonna bring him up so he's on the front. Okay. And we'll, yeah. Let me see which of you guys he goes for, because I honestly don't know. Alright, we're gonna go for Hoots and see how that goes. That is a 15 to hit.
Just hits.
Just hits. Not good. Minimum damage. Oh wait, no, that's a 3 and a 1, not a 1 and a 1. That font is weird. That is 7 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled again. Ay. But that is their turn. Revan.
Okay. This one that just came up to grapple Hoots.
Yes.
I am going to cast Lightning Lure. So I need it to make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. That is... Ooh, that's a 14.
Okay, so that's a fail. So it's gonna move 5 feet north.
5 feet north. Okay.
And then take 2d8 of damage.
All right. Nice.
Yeah. 7 points of lightning damage.
7 points of lightning damage.
And that's my turn.
Very nice. Alright. Darren.
Okay. I'm going to try to cast Firebolt at this dude.
Alright.
Sweet. That's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. D8s. Or D10s, sorry. Where's the other one? Okay. Screw it. Cool. So that is 12 points of fire damage. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on Theron. So, Theron, you're going to heal back 6 points.
Thank you.
Woo. Hoots.
Great. Let's go ahead and make an attempt to become ungrappled.
And
Again?
hey, you can attack while grappled. So like don't feel like you have to break the grapple in order to do other things.
Okay. Oh, cool. Then yeah, I'll go ahead and attack with my nunchucks.
Yeah, go for it.
Only a 9 to hit.
That will miss, unfortunately.
Great. Then as a bonus action, I'll do a single unarmed strike.
Go for it.
A 12.
12 hits.
Okay, awesome. That will be 6 bludgeoning damage. Oh, sorry, 9. 9 bludgeoning damage. And that will be my turn.
Awesome. Very good. Theron.
Okay, my headphones aren't working, so sorry for any echo. I'm trying to figure it out. Am I still grappled?
Yes.
Okay.
You can see tentacles just stretching out of a dark, inky cloud and grabbing around you.
Okay. Then can I just use my daggers and like stab it where it's grappling me?
Sure. Yes. Now, it might be because the tentacles are smallish. They might have a higher AC that you can, but it wouldn't necessarily be at disadvantage because you can see them and stuff. So,
Okay.
Sure.
I'm willing to do that. Let's see. That is a 16, so that might not hit.
I'll give you a 16.
And then a 15.
The 15 just misses, but the 16 hits.
Okay, cool. That is 7 damage.
7.
6. Sorry, I can't add. 3 plus 3 is 6. 7.
Are you sure? I don't know.
You know, I'm not sure.
You nearly sever that tentacle, but not quite.
Okay.
Very close.
Cool.
All right. Does that complete your turn?
I don't think I can do much else. So.
All right. G.
Okay, so first things first, I'll do another first level healing word for my bonus action. On Hoots. Much better. Okay, so that's going to be 11 HP for you.
Beautiful. Thank you.
No problem. And I have a question for the DM.
Yeah.
Do I think that an amount of light is going to help the ink situation in the water, or is that just going to get...
You feel like the only thing that could dissipate the ink would be if there was some sort of current or way to move that water that has been clouded by ink.
Yeah, okay. In that case... Okay, yeah, so in that case then, goodness,
Smacked my mic.
you sure did. Just show that mic who's boss.
Lord, I'm sorry.
Is, oh, no, I can't. That stupid boy still standing? He has lost HP, yes?
Yes, he has
Or he has been
lost.
hit?
He has been hit.
Okay,
but
great.
He's still standing better than he ever was.
Then for my action, I will do the same thing. Toll the Dead on him. Make a wisdom save.
Dead.
Taco Bell.
Wisdom. That is a 13.
You said 13?
13. Correct.
That will fail, so that is,
Oh no.
I believe, same deal. I just want to look
Sad.
again to be upset.
I am so sad that I failed.
Yeah. Valid, honestly.
Mm.
Okay. Alright, so that will be... worse than last time. But that's going to be 11 necrotic damage.
11. Alright. He's looking pretty dang hurt.
Alright. That is my turn.
Alright. Isla!
I'm gonna attack the one that's got Hoots grappled.
Go for it.
And I get advantage because he's engaged, correct?
Correct.
Nice.
Oh. Well, you want to know what I rolled with my advantage? A 1 and a 2. So that's going to be a 12 to hit, which I think probably misses.
A 12 hits, man.
Yeah.
Wait, you got a plus 10?
I do.
Shit, man.
Yeah, it's pretty
Aren't
great.
you level 5? Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
It's pretty great. It's only on my short bow. Everything else is a plus 7. But
Oh, fuck.
yeah, it's pretty great.
Excellent.
Okay, so that... Ooh, and I
I need to
rolled
keep
a
stock
6
of when
on
you
the
guys
dice.
start to become broken, and I'm guessing 5 is kind of the start of it. I know 6
So-
is not great.
14 plus 5 is 19 points of piercing damage.
19? Yeah, he's also dead.
Hey.
And then
So
there
after
was
killing 2 of these octopodes, do I feel any different? I'm just checking.
Octopi? You don't really feel that different.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Orlana.
Okay, so is there one more left?
Correct. You see tentacles. Casey, will you mute, please? You see tentacles coming out of the ink and grabbing onto Theron.
Okay. Then I will go for that one.
Go for it. Roll. It'll be a straight roll because you're not
Okay.
entirely sure where its body mass is, but you know
Okay.
kind of where it is.
An idea. No, that's a 10.
10 just misses. Very close though.
Okay.
All right. Theron, this guy is just gonna go for you again, and see how that goes. That's a 22 to hit, and that will be 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
Ouch. That's his turn. Revan.
Yeah. I guess I'm.
You have a general idea of where it is. It would just be a disadvantage attack. If you want to attack.
Okay. Then I will go ahead. Do I need to move? I don't see any. I don't actually know myself. I know Revan knows where it is. I don't know where it is. Do I need to move?
You know that it's like kinda in this area.
Here-ish? Okay. Gotcha. I'll go ahead and move right there, and I guess cast poison spray at it. So
I think I make a
con save.
Yeah. Is poison spray? This is the one that I think I always just don't remember if it's a. Is it just a con save? Do you have to roll to hit? I don't remember.
It's
think
just
it is.
it's just a con
It's a
save,
con save.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
and then I roll damage.
Yes. One of those. Oh, I think it's Ray of Sickness is the one that you have to roll to hit. There's one that's like similar, but it's not the same. Con save. That's an 8.
Yeah, that's a fail. So
What it might be.
that'd be 8 points of damage,
8. Alright. Still
and that's my turn.
kicking. Alright, Darren.
Okay. This is probably gonna be. It's probably gonna miss, but I'm gonna try to cast Firebolt at it.
Okay. Roll disadvantage.
Yeah, that's an 8.
An 8. An 8 misses, unfortunately. Hoots. Wait, was there anything else you want to do, Darren? Sections?
I think I'm gonna cast another healing word for
Okay.
Theron.
Go for it.
It's 5.
5. Alright. Now, Hoots. You see tentacles jutting out of this dark, inky cloud, grabbing Theron. You have a rough idea of where the monster is.
Okay, great.
So if you want to go for the tentacles, it'll be a higher AC, but not at disadvantage. If you want to go for the monster itself, it'll be a disadvantage roll because you're not sure where its big body is.
All right, thank you. I'll actually go ahead and I'll fly a bit closer and just go for the tentacle since I won't have disadvantage.
All right.
That will be a 17 for the first roll,
17 hits.
and then a 12. Okay. That will be with my nunchucks. That'll be 4 damage.
All right. With that first attack, they were already damaged before, so the tentacle severs, and Theron, you are no longer grappled.
Awesome.
Woo!
Anything else?
I'm just gonna back up just a bit here, and that will be my turn.
All right. Theron.
Okay, so no longer grappled.
Correct.
I'm gonna move a little bit because I can't see a whole lot.
Mm-hmm. Where do you want to move?
Like there-ish. But I still can't really see.
Well, he's in the ink cloud, so
Okay,
that's why you can't see him.
cool. There's... Guess I'll try
Just
doing it.
roll
Get
at
disadvantage, right?
yes.
We'll do chill touch.
Okay.
Yes. 24, 16.
16. It hits.
Cool. 13.
13. All right. Chi.
Yeah, so I actually don't know what to do. Let me explain. just because like the cantrips that I have that do damage are all saving throws, so and they have to be on something that I can see. So
I see. Yeah, that makes that a little difficult.
Yeah. So, and I don't want to use any spell slots unless I'm healing somebody. So if anybody needs healing, holler. But I'm kind of.
Theron just raised her hand.
You need. Okay, no. That's
I
fine.
will take whatever. She hit me for.
You're like just.
Like yes.
You know what? Yeah, just. So
I would mind some healing if I'm being honest.
Well, I can't see you though. That's the thing.
Well, shit. Didn't think that.
I think you have to see for healing work. I think you have to see. So no, what I'm gonna do. I will run or swim to Theron. So that would take. Let's see. Let me remind myself of my movement because I just remembered we are swimming. Okay. So then I should be able to. Yeah, that should be fine. So that will be 20 feet of my movement. And I will reach out to Theron and touch her. And with my last first level spell slot, I will cast Cure Wounds.
Huzzah.
Thanks.
No problem. Let me remind myself to die for that. I believe it is a D8, yes. Yes, okay. So you'll be getting back. Good. I believe that'll be 12 HP.
Sweet. I'm way back above half. Thank you.
Fantastic.
And that will be my turn.
All right, Isla.
Okay, I'm gonna try and hit the last one that I kind of know where it's at a little bit.
Go for it.
And I'm gonna use my steady aim to make it a straight roll.
Sounds like a plan.
8 plus 10, 18.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I think you mean that's great.
I think I know exactly what I said.
12 plus 5 is 17 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
I mean, I'm just kind of like, well, let's try it, and I'll take my crossbow and shoot it.
Like,
I
I
don't
hope
even
this
see what
hits.
happens.
Yeah, absolutely. You see the crossbow bolt just sort of disappear into the ink cloud, and you hear it thunk against something, and then as the ink cloud slowly starts to disperse, as it, I guess, technically has been doing, but not really, you do see that it lies dead, or floats dead, and they're all dead. All right, let's take a quick break before we continue, and we will be back in a second. All right, you ready?
I am.
All right, so you guys are in this big circular, like half water-filled room, filled with now 4 dead giant octopi. You do see 2 sort of kind of cave-like sort of entrances to the southeast and southwest.
Are these doors at the top of the room, are they submerged in water?
They're like, up to 8 feet submerged.
Say that again, sorry. My brain.
The water comes up to 8 feet. They're tall doors. They're probably like 10 feet tall doors, but they're pretty, at least the ones on the side are about 10 feet. The one in the center is a big fucking door.
Gotcha. Well, I think I would like to listen Okay.
Y'all came from that room. You realize that, right?
Oh, it just goes into. Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay.
Mhm.
Well then, if it's just alternate entrances into that room, then I'm fine with moving on.
First, can I like search around really? I mean, not like super in depth, but just kind of quick and see if there's anything of note in the room.
Yeah, give me a perception or investigation. I'll let you pick.
Wow, what a time to roll a nat 19. So that is going to be a 23.
23.
No, 24. 24.
Looking around, there doesn't seem to be much of note. Just some coral that's sort of taken over the walls and stuff. Yeah, you don't really notice any objects in here.
Okay. I just wanted to check before we move on.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Do we hear anything in particular from either direction, or would we need to like get closer?
Give me a perception check.
I will aid you.
Okay, are you also rolling?
I can also roll.
Okay, because I got an 11. So.
I got a 21.
Nice.
You don't hear anything. I guess what you would hear is what sounds like the distant sound of waves crashing against a surface, to imply that maybe they lead outside these caves.
Nothing like specific to either side. They both just sound like that.
Yep, seems like they both sound like that.
Well, do we want me to flip a coin as to which way we go?
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
1 to 2 will be right. 3 to 4 will be left. It's a 4, so we go left.
Awesome.
All right. Yeah, so y'all kind of head left. And I'm just going to move y'all back to a little placeholder. So you guys take the left tunnel and swim down the tunnel. You guys probably are going to have to hold your breath at points.
Not
But
me.
well,
Not
yeah,
me.
not everybody. All right, we understand. Some of you are, water people. That's fine.
Something. I have dark vision.
Yeah. But it's not the longest tunnel, so I'm not even gonna make y'all roll like a Constitution check or anything like that. You swim through the cave and you come out, and it kind of lets you out, sort of, kind of right around sort of the coast area-ish. Well, y'all took the left tunnel, so that's gonna lead you around sort of the kind of rocky shoals. So the kind of eastern side of the temple, so the opposite side that you guys entered from, but lets you out. Make a perception check.
17.
17.
Also
You
17.
spot
Yeah,
a heavily kind of overgrown path that looks like it cuts back west towards where y'all entered the temple, and where your boat is. You also notice you can't see your ship currently, at least not from this vantage point. So just FYI.
Cool. Let's start walking back, I guess. Do we want to try and be stealthy just in case?
I would never object to that.
Yeah.
Let's try.
Let's do it.
For me.
20, Theron?
Adding. 15.
No, did you
15?
think me saying poor me was 20?
Oh, you said poor me.
Yeah,
thought you
I
said
got
20.
a 13. Sorry.
13. Okay. Okay. Orlana.
21.
21. Darren.
14.
14.
I
Chi.
still have pancake.
One second. I have to remind myself that. Oh no!
Okay.
I have to remind myself that I have disadvantage. And I rolled a nat 20 and a nat 1.
Oh.
So, I
Wow.
don't think it matters, but I just thought that was
The
hilarious.
dice giveth, and the dice taketh away.
I
Hooch.
sure do.
21.
21. Revan. Oh, I can't hear you, Revan. I think this happens once every game.
In before robot voice.
I was gonna say this. I was like,
Oh, God.
is it?
No.
Say some. I don't think we can.
Can't hear you. It's a struggle.
I think that is what he's trying to do. So.
Well, that's
You're
very
very
quiet,
soft.
but
I heard something.
nope.
Hello?
There we go.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Revan didn't get the memo either, and he's just kind of walking out in the open with a 6.
He's just kind of walking out the open. Yeah. So you guys are walking. The light glints off of Revan's platinum face and temporarily obscures Chi's vision, and she trips and face plants in the middle of the path. It makes a very loud noise. So that happens, but eventually you make it around to where your rowboat is. I mean, nothing comes out and attacks you, but it was not the quietest of journeys.
It's fine.
Is there anything weird about the rowboat now?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't seem like any different. It seems exactly where you left it.
How are our coins looking now?
Do you stop and identify them?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. We can spare 10 minutes, I think.
Y'all spend 10 minutes and you stop and you examine your coins. They look unchanged.
Interesting. Okay, let's get back to our ship, I guess.
Let's go.
So you currently can't see your ship. You did
It's
tell
still
them
not
to.
there?
You
Okay.
told them that you would somehow signal them, and you told them to
Yeah.
stay out of sight if they could. So
I'll shoot a firebolt up into the air.
okay,
Just kind of like a flare.
you shoot a firebolt up in the air. A bit of time passes before eventually the ocean's breast drifts into view from behind the nearby sort of ocean cliffs. It's it's a bit of a distance away, but as it kind of starts to pull in a little closer, you have to squint, but it does look like people are scrambling on the main deck. You can hear the faint sounds of shouts and screams, and gunshots ring out, and you see a figure tumble overboard into the water. Moments later, a still body bobs up to the surface, face down, unmoving.
Let's get in the rowboat.
Do we
Let's
see
go.
the source of said thing, or?
You are too far away to tell what exactly is happening. You can tell that something is happening on board.
I pull out my binoculars. What do I
Hey, y'all,
see?
at least it's not a giant octopus. Or
Roll a perception check.
something. Wait, see that?
With advantage or no? Because of my binoculars.
With advantage. It's a
I rolled a
spyglass. It's not binoculars.
Whatever.
But
I rolled. My first roll was a 4, and I was like, "Hey, can I get advantage?" And we were like, "Sure." And then I rolled a 1, so that's a 9.
you can't tell. Are you guys getting in the boat and heading
Yeah.
that way?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get the F over. Oh no.
Yeah, you start paddling. It's going to take some time to get there, but you're paddling as fast as you can. As you are getting closer, the crew starts frantically shouting for your help as they spot you, and they keep steering the ship in your direction. Can I get any of my people that are sort of like seaworthy that have sailed before to make a survival check at advantage.
At advantage? Yes. Oh my god. These dice need to go away. 8 for me. I rolled 2 4s.
12.
What was
4.
4? Darren, you think they might be getting a little too close to shore. Like, if they get too close, they could end up beaching the ship if y'all don't tell them to stop.
I'm
Wait, okay.
gonna use
Good.
Wait, can prestidigitation do that?
I don't know. I think it's thaumaturgy. I think thaumaturgy.
Yeah, thaumaturgy's the one that where you can.
How far away are they?
hang
You
on.
can hear their shouts from where you are, so...
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell. Which direction are they? Like, are they kind of coming in with their starboard side, kind of facing the island,
Yes.
or the other? Okay, I'm gonna yell, "Hard port! Hard port!"
It takes a second for it to register for them, but you do see them eventually, start to steer the ship towards the port side. So, you continue. As you row out to the ocean's breast, you now come upon the body that fell overboard and is unmoving. Grimace lies motionless on the water surface, face
Not
down.
Grimace.
Well, he stole her, Lisa.
Yeah, I was.
Or is he like dead? Like, is he just unconscious?
Yeah.
Dead.
What's
He's
up?
face down in the water, and it's taken y'all like minutes to get out here.
Damn. Wait.
Pour one out. Let's
hang
keep
on.
going.
Revivifies
just-
within a minute.
Yeah. Damn. Fuck. Okay. All right. Well, Grimace is gone for good, y'all. Rest in peace.
Rip. Pour one
I'm
out.
Y'all grab his body or leave him.
Yes, because
Yeah.
he'll turn into a thing. I bet he'll turn into.
Oh, yeah, I bet you're right.
Let's get him. Yeah.
He might still turn into a thing.
You haul his body onto your rowboat and continue.
We should at least give him a proper remembrance memorial.
We need to burn his body.
Yeah, I'm with Revan on this one.
As you pull up to this side, you're able to start climbing and get aboard. You get up to the main deck, and by now it's like a little less chaotic, but it's still pretty chaotic. The crew seems absolutely terrified. Many are still scrambling about, holding weapons at the ready, and you can hear someone shouting from within the ship. Vice runs up to y'all first. We have to get out of here! It's gonna kill us! This place is cursed!
What is happening?
Oh God.
We were attacked, or something attacked some of us. I saw it, or at least its shadow. Man or monster, I couldn't tell. It was 7 or maybe 8 feet tall.
Oh no.
Is it still down there?
I think it had this tentacle that was lashing out of its shoulder, and it had this massive sword in its hands. Before I could do anything or get a closer look, it slammed the door shut.
I immediately, start going.
For the door that was closed.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's in
Is it
charge of
locked?
actually driving? Yeah. Good.
I mean, y'all kind of left Arthok in charge. You don't see him on this main
Yeah.
deck, though.
Somebody needs to make sure that we can steer out of here,
I'll go
And then
up
we
to
can-
the. I'll go up to the.
All right, Isla, you.
and
take
then we
this.
can go. We can all go down and see what the fuck is happening.
All right.
Yeah.
The door that they're all focused on is the door into sort of the back end of the ship. So,
Okay, we're going.
all right, you open the door, and immediately you can tell that there was some sort of scuffle here. Arthok's room off to the side. There's been furniture and table thrown about blocking that doorway. There's a big blood stain mixed with seawater in this room. The whole place is wet, sopping wet. And there's like furniture is broken, strewn about, and you can hear faintly from behind Arthok's door, help, somebody let me out!
I'll go over and start moving the furniture.
Give me a strength check. There's a lot of heavy debris that's fallen in front of this door.
Can I make an insight check?
Yes, please.
Same. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I was like, just
Insight.
yeah.
Oh, that's garbage. 10.
Oh, that's what's my mod?
Yes, same. What was my mod?
16.
16.
That's
10.
better than me. Yeah. I got a 14, so that's better than me.
Sounds like him.
It sounds like Arthok. He seems to be stuck inside this room.
Okay, are you hurt?
I don't think... What's happening? I'm fine. I can't get out. The door's blocked.
16 on the strength.
16 on the strength. You go to lift things, you're going to need help. It's... This furniture blocking the way is too heavy.
I'm gonna go find a crew member.
Okay.
And be like, hey, there's stuff blocking the door in there. Like...
They're like...
I'm not strong. I don't need help.
Same.
14.
My strength mod is
14.
negative, so...
roll a persuasion check to try and convince some of the crew to enter a space they are afraid of.
Persuasion. Okay. 22.
22.
Nice.
You convince Mac and Vice to come help you out. So let's do those strength checks again, but let's roll at advantage. And they will try to help you.
19.
Yeah, I got a 19 as well.
Again.
But with 2 nat 19s, you're able to move the stuff out of the way and unblock the door. And you open it. You find Arthok kind of hunched over in the far corner. I heard shouting. It sounded like Grimace was in trouble.
Yeah. What
happened?
Well, that's what we were going to ask you, because we were just leaving the island, and then we saw chaos on the ship.
I was in my room looking over my charts and the notes I'd taken of the stars, and I heard this commotion, this I don't know, something happened and fell or blocked the door, and I heard Grimace screaming bloody murder along with everybody else.
Who was at the helm? Was Grimace at the helm? Or someone else?
I'm not sure. I was in my room.
Can I insight that?
Sure.
That's a nat 20.
Nat 20.
For a total of, if it matters, I think it's for a total of 27.
27. You get the feeling that he probably knows who was at the helm or was supposed to be at the helm. He's being a little dodgy.
Who was at the helm, Arthok?
I was supposed to be at the helm, but I was too busy looking over my notes.
We're okay, but you almost beached on the island there. But
well, that's
okay. No, it's okay. I just wanted to make sure you knew, but
we're in a strange place, and I was trying to make sense of it all, and I don't know what attacked, though. I'm not sure if...
Vice was saying
to be
something
fair,
about tentacles. Good.
To be fair, we asked him to try and figure out.
I did ask him to
stars.
Try and map the stars.
Yeah, yeah. That is true. Yeah, Vice said something about a tentacle, but Grimace. he went overboard, and we got him, but I can't do anything to save him.
I see.
And for some reason, this door was like barricaded.
Well, it seemed like a fight was happening outside the door, so...
But Isla's at the helm now, so we're okay, but...
So somebody knew you were in here and barricaded you in?
What?
Or it's... I don't know. Maybe in the scuffle, things got knocked over.
Okay.
I kind of want to insight check that.
Same. This feels so weird. I don't like
this.
I don't like it.
22.
24.
14.
Yeah, you're not entirely sure what he is lying or hiding, but there's just something a little off.
Chi, are you getting the feeling we need to use that truth?
Okay, here's the deal. Out of character, I don't know if I can upcast Zone of Truth. Zone of Truth is a second level spell.
You can,
I don't have any...
always use higher level spell slots. It just won't change the effect.
Correct.
If it doesn't have anything listed for at higher levels. But you can always use higher level spell slots to cast lower level spells.
Okay. Okay. Good. Because I have 1/3 level spell slot that I've been keeping in case we needed Revivify, in case things went south. If we're okay as a party for me to use it to suss out our thought, we can, but I just want to make sure everyone knows that I like that's it, you know. After that I have Spare the Dying, you know, to make you stable. But I can't heal. But we may not need it. I don't know.
Can we hear like noises of anything else happening on the ship?
Make a
right, like has it
check.
resolved?
I don't hear
like,
shit.
Yeah, you're like, what are you doing?
I'm still guiding the ship, so I'm still up there. I would know if like anything else were happening. I'm not with them where they are.
Yeah, you're just steering the ship away from the island.
Mm-hmm. Is anything happening up on deck where I'm at?
Make a perception check.
What dice do I want to use? 22.
22. Isla, you are steering the ship, and you barely register it, but you've been on ships for a while. So you recognize these small sort of changes. You feel just like the faintest like tremor or bob of the ship. And it wouldn't mean much if you didn't catch out of the corner of your eye the landscape of the island changing. It's sinking. It's sinking fast. And you are steering the ship normally, and then you feel the pull of all the water trying to rush and fill the space that's not being occupied by an island, as the whole island starts to get pulled downward.
I'm going to yell out, full force, we need to kick it up to a max knots.
My people inside the ship that rolled perception, what'd you get?
6.
6.
Click clack.
18.
12.
Nice.
Most of you have trouble hearing any other things. Theron, it doesn't sound like there's any other like scuffle or fighting happening within the ship. But you do hear Isla shout, full force, from above deck.
Okay, I'm gonna say something's happening outside, and I'm gonna go out on deck. Be like, what is happening? Why are things happening? Why are things still happening?
And I'll yell back, well, the island's sinking, which means that water is rushing and physics are happening, and we gotta get the hell
I'm
out
sorry,
of here.
the island is sinking?
Yep, it's you look behind us, you can't see it no more.
Okay, so I'll duck my head back in. So the island is sinking. Any answers you have would be fabulous.
I mean, it doesn't sound like there's any more scuffles, so I'd say that spell slot is.
Okay, we can suss out our. Okay, my thoughts. I encourage everyone to share y'all's with me. My thoughts are we can suss out Arthok later. Let's make sure we don't sink, and let's make sure we can be in a stable ship environment before we suss out Arthok. That's just my.
I'll add, yeah, I'd like to not get stuck in a whirlpool. That'd be pretty bad.
Okay. Have the crew gotten to the full knots thing? Like, are they taking care of that?
They're all running to their places,
Cool.
as fast as they can.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
So
gonna stay with Arthok.
okay,
Yeah, we need to babysit his ass.
Darren, you're gonna stay with Arthok. All right, the ship. You're taking it full force, trying to escape this pull as you watch as basically a giant whirlpool is creating as the island sinks further and further down. So what are some things that maybe you want to try to do to try and to do this? There's lots of things that we could do. We could be doing survival checks. If we're at the helm, we could be trying to do strength checks to man the rigging. Isla, what do you would?
What direction is the wind blowing? To or away from the island currently? Or where the island was?
Give me a survival check. And you're proficient in ships, so
Advantage?
yeah, why not? Go for it.
Unnatural, dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Fortunately for you, the wind is blowing away from the island, at least in your current position.
I'm gonna shout out, let's lower the sails! Let's catch some wind!
All right. The crew starts rushing to the rigging, and they start lowering the sails to catch this wind and give you a little bit of oomph as you try to steer away. As this water is getting pulled in, you see as rocks, like half broken and battered ships start to stick up out of the water as they're getting sort of pulled or revealed with this changing water level. We're gonna have to do some navigation to steer around this guy. So give me a dex check for the ship.
And I get to roll an extra time because it's dex. Good, but that's 23. Sorry, I know how to...
23. You deftly bob and weave through what's basically a ship graveyard that was unseen before. You continue to try to rush out as the water is pulling you back. You watch as some of the ropes on the rigging start to snap and ropes start to fly away, and the crew starts shouting as they're trying to get control. I'm gonna need some strength checks, or some strength checks as you guys try to grab some of these ropes and help the crew out. Who's helping the crew?
I can help. Can I use a mage hand to help too?
Mage hand can only hold like a couple pounds. I don't think it's gonna cut it in this situation.
Okay, let's check.
I might allow like a dex to grab a rope, But if you're trying to pull a rope, that's going to be like strength or athletics.
Okay.
Do I need to roll strength to hold the wheel?
Not right
or
now.
no?
No.
Okay.
Shit, I did not roll well.
15.
15.
8.
8.
Did you say strength or
Strength.
athletics
I'll give you strength or dex.
or dex? Okay.
Oh, Dex would be 11.
15, 11,
11.
11. Anybody else? Is that it? So with that, like, yeah, it just gets tugged away from you too hard, and you see the ship start to sort of pitch in the wrong direction and start to steer towards one of these like half crashed boats jutting out of the water. I'm gonna need like a dex save, Isla, for this ship as it's trying to avoid this crash.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Scrapes a bit of the paint off, but you just barely manage to maintain control of the helm.
Just barely.
Yeah. But until that rigging is taken care of, you're losing a little bit of speed from the wind. Is there anything anybody can do to try and help with that situation?
You mentioned something about a survival check. I'm down for that, but I don't know.
I don't think a survival check is gonna cut it.
Okay.
I would need either.
Y'all. Sorry.
Sorry. So, some sort of if anybody has any ability to give us more wind or just the currents, or if you can try and grab that rigging, those ropes, and try to reconnect that, or if you've got a clever fix for that situation.
Yeah,
You just
Sure,
gotta
I'll
get those sails open to catch the wind.
Okay.
I'll feel
yeah,
the jostle of the ship, and I'll head that way and try to help.
me too. Yeah, I'll try and grab some shit.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was just gonna yell. We really need to get this rig and pulled down.
11.
Cool beans.
11.
So this is dex or strength, basically?
Yeah, I'll give Dex or Strength.
Oh.
Woo! Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That's much more helpful. Chi, you're able to grab one of these ropes that flied away, and you get that tied down. You're catching a little bit more wind, which is helping. You're nearing this wall of fog and mist, and you can feel that last bit of pull. You glance behind. The whirlpool is massive. The island is gone. There's a last sort of jutting out of these sharp rocks from the water as you're nearing the edge of this wall of mist. I need one last dexterity check for our ocean's breast here.
I'm sure that's okay. That's already a dirty 20, but yeah, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You just barely skirt in between these two jagged peaks of rock and enter this wall of fog and mist. Moments pass before you see the coastline of Kadath to your port side. You look back, the fog is dissipating as if it was never there.
Well, that was certainly exciting.
Terrifying.
Do we recognize where on Kadath it is we're looking at?
Yeah. You guys are way further than you were before. You're
We're
probably
at
only
Baloney Bay.
you're probably only like 3 days out from Glimcairn.
Wow.
Revan is
Wow.
going to look at one of our better navigators and be like, hey, take note of where that was.
Yeah. Yeah. And where were we before? We were like
You were
Oh my
yeah.
God,
you're
yeah.
back.
Quite a ways. Jesus.
Yep.
Well, we almost just died, but we're still here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Good steering, Isla.
Whew,
Good job.
I think it was a lot of luck.
That was very close. Okay. What time is it? Like right now? Where are we at in the
It's late afternoon.
Okay.
Probably almost twilight.
Okay. Okay. I will go down to Arthok's office.
Ditto.
And I would like to, just check in on Darren and Arthok throughout that entire thing. I'm sure there was.
Yeah, was he acting weird?
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Probably during that whole scenario, he's probably like gripping the wall or the edge of his bed so he wouldn't fall over. But I didn't notice much else. But yeah, y'all go down there. He's sitting on the edge of his bed in his room, hunched over, probably massaging the hunch on his back. He looks up. I guess, you seem to have some questions.
Just a little bit.
What makes you say that?
Well, you had Darren watch me during what seems like a rather dire situation.
So, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of got a little bit of a vibe, but you wanna?
Yeah. Arthok needs to make a goddamn.
We'll
Let me.
we've been transparent with you
Mhm.
this whole time, and we would appreciate it if you would reciprocate that.
Revan is thinking back to how Arthok is the one that found us after we first left the island.
Yep.
And
Oh no.
Yeah, he needs to make a charisma save.
Oh no.
Okay. What is the number that he needs to meet?
He needs the DC is 15.
He succeeds.
Okay. All right. That was my last slot. Okay.
He's eyeing you who just cast this.
Oh my fucking god.
Speak plainly.
we have been Arthok. We'd like you to.
What do you want to know?
Why were you in your office? Why were you barricaded? That's the better question, I think. I know we asked you to look at the stars, look at the thing, but you were barricaded in.
I just don't believe that you were barricaded that well in your office by something that just then left the ship for no reason.
If you would humor me for just a second, Chi, you might want to turn around for this. Arthok, would you mind showing us, taking off your shirt and showing us your shoulders and your back.
God, fucking.
He looks at you very carefully. You know, I thought I'd get a little bit more time with you before you started asking these sorts of questions. I thought perhaps I get to watch you become some semblance of heroes, but, you know, I don't put much stock in heroes, to be honest. I met some once. Some heroes, the ones these people all worship. Hells, I even helped them save the world once. And guess what? They let me fall out of the sky. They did nothing. They didn't care. I've traveled further than the reaches of the vastest oceans and higher than the peaks of the tallest mountains. I was Lord of the skies and King of the clouds, and what do I have to show for it? Not a damned thing. I don't blame them, not really. But I will find a way to get back what is owed me. And you're not going to stop me. You watch as he dissipates into a puddle of water that seeps through the floors and out of view. And we're gonna end right there, because that's a hell of a place to stop.
Jesus.
No fucking way.
Fucking Cloud King!
Yeah, the fucking Cloud King.
Wait, did you throw him out of the sky? Well, I guess with the
chips.
world,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have to find more. You'll have to figure out more about that. Man, I did not think that was gonna happen that session. I thought I would get away.
What do you mean?
I thought I'd get away with it. I thought
We hadn't been
Oh my fucking god.
He would have gotten away with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I
If they
thought.
weren't for us meddling kids.
Alright, Misfits, and that brings us to the end of tonight's game. To support us, please like and subscribe. Every little bit counts. And other than that, I really hope you enjoyed the session, and I'll see you again next time.